episode 161, because I'm very bad at doing these consistently. Wow, we have fell off, but I did advertise this one quite a bit better than the last one. I'll fix the minifigure here. So hopefully this one has a bit more people looking for it. I don't... I'm a sore throat. One second, I'm going to get a drink. Believe it or not, I've been home for a couple hours, and this is the first, like, this is the most amount of speaking I've done since then, so my throat is kind of hurting. But, yeah. Welcome to the stream. Well, guys, going to continue the organisation. I am planning to get some figures fixed. Like I said, this will not be one of the longer streams, unfortunately. Tomorrow is my last day of work in the place I'm currently in, so I have to be up like really early. They're kind of taking advantage and like, well, we want you to be in as early, like at 6 a.m. So I am going to want to shower and sleep the hats on because I really need to wash my hair and stuff. But yeah, welcome to the stream. But pretty much going to be going through the minifigure box, seeing what we can fix, see what we can get done. That's the aim of the game. Because after that, I want to go for a shower, and then I'm going to do some online games with some friends. So that's pretty much it. That's all I'm really wanting to do. So I've also got some snacks. I kind of picked up some things from work and stuff like that. But we'll see what minifigures we can get fixed. We're going to try and just aim for the ones that are kind of simple ones where we've got the weapon, but it's just a helmet. There's ones that need like backpacks, put back on, helmets, weapons. We'll see what we can really do with a half-an-hour stream. So, yeah. That's the goal for tonight. The shelves ain't looking too bad. Annoyingly, I did drop some things, and I did damage the Phantom Menace section, which is not great. I'm going to quickly bend down and fix that while I wait for people to join in. I'm also going to be tonight getting the editing started on the next episode of collecting every Lego Batman minifigure. I'm also looking to make an order for that, so stay tuned. Finally going to get myself one. I'm going to get some of the figures in my next order, but I also want to get some of the figures through buying one of the sets. Original Lego Batman sets are extremely pricey, so it's at the moment still just trying to decide which one I want to pick up. So I at least plan to have one of them. You know, if I'm buying all the stuff for the theme, I should at least have one of the sets. But yeah. Let's get the box of minifigures out and get started. Hey guys, how's it doing? How that's not English. How's it going? That is one of the Lego planes. I'll take it down and show you. Specifically, it's the plane from the 2008 Lego Indiana Jones Temple Escape. But we're going to be focusing on the main display here. We're just been adding figures to it. For context, a few months back, I rearranged the whole room completely, but due to life getting in the way, I'm only recently just getting into adding all my figures back to the shelf. The one problem is when you pour all your minifigures into a box, mini helmets pop off, blasters pop out of hands. So I've got things like Cloud City and stuff like that on here. But these minifigures just need parts put back on. Some of them are Clone Wars figures. The Clone Wars display is over here. We're not working on that, at least not right now. If you think that's cool, wait till you see this. So this is my current, I don't know if you're new here or not, but this is my my current project, collecting the complete saga with a mix of custom and real minifigures. We're also doing it for Lego Batman, the video game. So I do episodes on this every Tuesday. That's every Friday. So I'll be editing that next episode coming up soon. But yeah, we're just going to be going through some figures, adding them to the shelves. It's not going to be a long stream. There's other stuff I want to do tonight. Some things I've got to get done. So yeah. Like I said, I'm actually up at like 5 a.m. because it's my last day where I'm currently working, and they wanted me to come in really early. So there's that. But let's see what minifigures we can get put back together, see what we can get done, because this is still pretty a full box. I appreciate that. I've basically got my two main bits of content we're doing is the complete saga, and that's nearing its end. I've got a whole bunch of figures, right? If you're new, if you don't order a lot of custom minifigures, a lot of the people I have to order from to do the series are pre-order things. So you'll receive them months later after they're made and mass manufactured and sent out from other countries. So once a lot of the pre-order stuff comes in, that complete saga stand will be nearly done. I've been doing it for just over a year. The Lego Batman we started a few weeks ago. I do like to do other types of content. The streams, I do plenty of shorts. But thanks for stopping by. I always like it when new people go up in. So let's empty this out and start putting figures back together. What have we got? So we're just going to pick out random ones that need fixing. So there is Clone Wars minifigures in here. I'm not doing anything with those until... In fact, do I have any of those like resealable bags? Yes, I do. So I've got some of these resealable bags. I sometimes use these for parts. I'm going to put all the Clone Wars stuff in this bag, so when I'm digging through this, I'm not going to get it all fixed in this stream. It's a shorter live stream. It's all separated and easier to do. So anything I find, like for example, this Clone Wars Obi-Wan will go straight in that bag, which means it's not in my way as I'm sorting things out. Here's what we've got. This is the 2010 version of our Phase 2 because it's got the more filled in line. So I'll put that there as one I'm going to look to fix. Got some blasters, got a hood there, got a backpack piece. What else we going to do? I'll pull out a few things and kind of focus on finding their stuff. So we've got a Kashyyyk battle droid here, which will just require a blaster. So there we go. First minifigure fixed to go on this back on the shelf. Pretty much. These are all for anyone who's new here, my display in this room is completely different. But I took it all down and rearranged the place. But due to life getting in the way, I've only just now had in the last couple of weeks, had the time and opportunity to put everything back together. Like, and also these figures have sat here in this box, and I think April, with the start of April, when I went for this layout of the room. There we go. So I've added that minifigure. What else do we got? Again, let's see. That's an Old Republic Sith Trooper who, wow, that guy's hand is off. So Death Watch Mandalorian, so that's going in the bag. Clone Wars Clone Trooper, right in that bag. So even if we just get some things like that sorted, I'm happy. K2SO, but his arm has popped off. That's a Clone Wars minifigure. That's another Clone Wars. I've got a lot of Clone Wars stuff. All right, take for example this Luke from 2011. Just got to find his lightsaber. So I'll keep an eye out for some of these parts as I go. That Ayla just needs a lightsaber, and she is Revenge of the Sith. Oh, there we go. It's another figure fix, ready to go. 2017 Ayla Secure. I'll get that on the Revenge of the Sith shelf. Obviously, at the end of the stream, which this, like I said, this will not be a long one, I'll go around and show you the progress. Right, so we've got this aerial trooper here who's nearly fixed. Just needs its helmet. We've got a phase. Yes, we do. No, that's not that type of clone trooper. Once I got it into the light, I noticed, hey, that's the wrong print. Here we go. 2005 Aerial Clone Trooper. It's the best looking, but for me, the one I always come back to is the Clone Wars one, but that's what I grew up with. Obviously, I grew up at a time when like animated minifigures was kind of how Lego were doing it. So yeah, for me, that's the norm. This is one of these Hoth Imperial Commanders. I can put it to the side because that'll be easy enough to sort. That's not a Star Wars item. That's just going right back in the bin. That's a ARF Trooper helmet. These guys just need weapons. You need a weapon and a helmet. That's a Vader that needs a helmet. This Commander agrees fine. I don't know why the hell he's not with the Kashyyyk stuff on the Revenge of the Sith shelf. So we've got Commander Agree added back in there. That's perfect. Here's a minifigure that I really want to find the arm for. EV9D9 from 2003. Really cool minifigure right there. Like I said, we're only going for 30 minutes. That's Clone Wars Cad Bane. He's going in the bag. That minifigure needs a backpack. That one needs a helmet. Helmet. But it is a Clone Wars figure, so it is going immediately into the bag. Because I'm not planning to do those quite yet. That's not Star Wars. That's just parts. That's Clone Wars. So we're not going to make a whole bunch of progress in the stream. I watched the Clone Wars on originally on Cartoon Network. That's probably me showing my age there. Because I don't think the Clone Wars has not been on Cartoon Network probably for the better part of at least 12 to 13 years. I would get that set. That's Stormtroopers into helmet. This is a Clone Wars minifigure. That's going in the bag for now. Jace Malcolm from the Old Republic. That is Clone Wars Anakin and a Clone Trooper helmet. That's Shaggy. That's a part of a set. Another part. It's a Rebel Fleet Trooper. Right? This should be simple. There we go. Fleet Trooper and the helmet. Which is great because I have the ship here ready to go, so it'll be nice to get that in there with it. I need to get Antilles fixed. Alright, that's a Geonosis battle droid that needs fixed. That's another Old Republic Sith Trooper. You know, the Old Republic Sith Troopers are going to go in the Clone Wars bag with all the Old Republic stuff because I've not figured out the display for that stuff yet. I've got one of the ships up there, but I don't think I'm doing that permanently. Right, that's a Clone Wars figure. That's a Vader. That's a lightsaber. Clone Wars. This is an astromech that's in Revenge of the Sith, so I can go back here. It's the one from the Arc 170, so that's sorted. There we go. We're making progress. You are Clone Wars and you need a good bit of fixing. It's a Snowtrooper helmet. There we go. We got an Attack of the Clones figure fixed because we were struggling to find those a few streams ago. Clone Trooper from 2013. And that's one of those minifigures that makes me feel old. Like, anyone else relate to that? Certain Lego figures that feel quite new, and it's like the realization of, no, this thing's well over a decade. My favourite Clone Trooper, like, so character-wise, is Captain Rex, hence the name of this channel. Design-wise, it's the 2005 Kashyyyk Clone Trooper. What else we got here? That's going in the Clone Wars bag. That bag's also going to have the Old Republic. That's a Snow Trooper for the Empire, so that's going there. Any more Snow Troopers I find are going up on this top shelf here, because I don't want to clutter that. That's one of those Indiana Jones figures. That is Old Republic. That's Clone Wars. This is Qui-Gon, but it's the original Qui-Gon, but doesn't need his hair. That's a Stormtrooper with a helmet or a blaster. That's a Boba Fett I need to fix. That's Clone Wars. Clone Wars. Well, even if we don't get a lot done, we still at least separated out a bunch of things. So this here, right, is part of a custom, that's a C-3PO, custom Captain Rex that I bought a few years back. It's a bit rough looking. It's meant to be a Phase 2, the helmet will all be in here, and I bought this because I didn't want to pay the prices for a real one. This was before I decided I wanted to collect every Lego Clone Trooper ever made, which was a series that ended a few years ago on my channel. It's out of date now, but I do want to do an updated version. Right, you need a helmet. This is a one of your standard darker coloured Astromechs. That's going straight on the Imperial shelf. Because I'm working here behind the Star Destroyer. That's what I'm going to go with. Right, this is a Rebel Fleet Trooper that I've got a couple of these Fleet Troopers here that just need weapons and stuff. Oh, wait, that's a Stormtrooper. There's a helmet. You can. Oh, the Teslam's going. I was throwing a few Clone Wars figures directly into that bag. Just that way, if they're not here, it's less stuff to have to sift through. Makes this a bit easier, you know. Because that's currently where we're at on that. I have two, and it's the battle packs from 2010, the Hoth ones, are what I have sealed, but they're more so sealed because they're part of a backlog. Like, they're not intentionally sealed. And fixed up the 327 Star Corps from 05. That's one of my favourite retro clone troopers. I, at one point, kept trying to find those. And I did buy quite a few, to be fair. Right, what else we got? The regular clone trooper from 2005 helmet. No, but I am fixed. No, that style of helmet would belong on this. So we got this one here, 2005 printed leg Stormtrooper. Printed leg Stormtrooper. We don't want one of those. See, I would push the Star Destroyer back and have them along there, but I don't think that would work out. I'm putting them here next to the Return of the Jedi shuttle. See, I would have Palpatine getting off there, but Palpatine that comes in that set is on my complete saga display stand, for those of you who are aware of that project, so will not be featuring. As a C-3PO, I like to spread the C-3POs out semi-evenly, if possible. We're going to put a C-3PO here in Cloud City. He was there. That's not what we're looking for right now. The Stormtrooper just needs... I've got a couple of Sand Troopers here that just need backpacks. That's Clone Wars. That's Clone Wars. Right, this is just a red... This is a yellowed one, but it's one of the regular Clone Trooper helmets. A few of these are slightly yellowed, which just happens when you buy bolt locks. Yeah, the printed leg Stormtroopers were in the 2005 Imperial Inspection. I've got a couple of them just sitting there with the shuttle. What else we got here? So a Hoth Commander needs a helmet. You need a helmet. And you need a helmet. In fact, I have this one's helmet. I don't know where I'm putting this because it's a Star Wars Legends minifigure. I would like to come off a display for something like this. I'm currently looking at buying a set that is classed as Legends. Hey there. Which would be this. Because there was no battle for Geonosis where these were used. Apparently these are considered Legends. So... I'm just going to put that in the bag and display it with some of the Clone War stuff because I want to have a big Clone Trooper display on that. That is another Snow Trooper who needs a helmet. Right, I am a blaster away from this figure being fixed. But can I find the correct blaster for the minifigure? Oh, there we go. Go on the bag packs for them Sand Troopers. I'm gonna probably have to go in 1 second. Not gonna in this room, but like I'll be right back. There we go. One of the cooler things Lego did at one point. It was nice talking when they were doing the coloured ones from 2013. Pretty cool minifigure. Also got here Jango Fett, but needs his antenna and a blaster. That's going in there. As is that and that. I mean, it's good to at least kind of filter out a whole bunch of this stuff that I ain't gonna do nothing with right now. Like, it might be a while before I even get around to using that stuff. Let's see. Try to tell if this is a dotted mouth helmet or not. I don't think it is. But In any case, it's another one of those 2005 ones. I've got them on a nice kind of formation on this shelf. Oh, looks really decent. What else we got? It's another Stormtrooper. That helmet's going in that bag. As is that one, as is that one, as is that one. Got another Shock Trooper to add. I've got a nice little Shock Trooper display from the original ones from the like 2000s, around the kind of Darth Vader's transformation. I actually got a Shock Trooper there. I'm going to try and find it. Those helmets, there we go. Those are some of the easier helmets to locate in the pile. What else we got? That's not. No, 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 and no, no. This does actually make it quite a bit easier to sift through every time I get rid of a few. Right, this is the bag, by the way, that we've managed to get so far. And that's just stuff that we won't deal with just yet. I'll be back in 1 second. Wait. Where are you barking at? You. What are you barking at the car for? Come on. Oh, you got me in the face there with your elbow. What? You elbowed me in the face. Oh, sorry. Aye. No, no. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. No. He said to text me. Oh, right. Alright, come on. Right then, let's keep going and continue. Now, I think this live stream's going pretty well. And I'm gonna have to go again because I'm gonna ask the question. But a moment. Yeah, it's a nice helmet. 2008 Hasbro Talking Cone helmet. There was no buckets out when I came home. Aye, but I didn't look at them. That cardboard one out.
like you.
Gonna quickly grab my shoes. Yeah, 1 second. Got grabbing a delivery that's outside. No, they never quite put them in the right place. It's ridiculous. We'll come back and continue for a bit. I've managed to add a good few at the shelf though. I'm pretty happy.
Aye. Yeah. Aye. Then I'll let you go on the other one. Well, to be at work for 5:30 in the morning, I'll be going to my bed early. 5:30 in the bloody morning. The truck. I'll get you them.
Right, sorry, I'm back. I had to deal with that. It's like every time, right? I want to buy the one from 2020 or the UCS one. I don't know if I'd buy the new one. I need to wait until I've seen that movie, and I've not yet had the opportunity to see it. It's trying to find the time. We're just organising minifigures, putting them back together and throwing them on the shelf. I know I said this stream would only be half an hour, but I've had some interruptions, so we'll go for like another 5 to 7 minutes, maybe. I don't know, maybe longer. I've not decided yet. But we're just, at this point, just separating out anything that's really, you know, Clone Wars or anything like that, just to make this a bit easier. So a lot of this is needing to put back together, and it is a little bit time consuming, so I'd rather make it easier. But I've got the ones I'm currently looking for, Shock Trooper helmets, because those ones, it's Clone Wars figure, I can go in the bag, those stand out so well, it makes sense. So like the Scout Trooper, I've managed to get him fixed. He's going on the Battle of Endor stuff. I'm looking for the Shock Trooper's helmet right now. That's Clone Wars, Oh, and there's the Shock Trooper helmet. One Clone Trooper that I'll never get bored of, right? And I do quite like those original ones from 2005. Shock Troopers. I think I've got, that's me. I've got 6 of them guys on the shelf. Different. Oh, I've got most of them. I think I've got 2 or 3 of the ones with like the white hips, which is a weird experimental thing from 2008. The rest are just regulars, with the black hips. Right, so those 2 figures are going straight in the bag. That's what we got here. That's that fire thing. That's Clone Wars stuff in there. It's a Vader that needs a helmet. What else have we got here? Another Shock Trooper from 05. I'm curious. I wonder how many of these I do actually, because the Shock Trooper's not in the complete saga, so there's none up there. The Scout Troopers are pretty cool, I'll give you that. What can we find within the pile? Let's find the Shock Trooper. Right, okay, so here's what we'll do, right? I will keep an eye out for some of the bits for figures that I already have out, okay? One second, I'll read your comment in a moment. So basically, what I'm looking for right now is a few parts for what's here, but I'm also going to be organising things so that less of it's muddled up. I'll make a bit more sense in the next stream. Those Captain Antilles fixed. Like, we've not fixed a whole bunch, but we've managed to do some organising, and that's just as good. Here's a cool figure. 2009 Captain Antilles with the Striggle Vaderfied. I don't have any Imperial ones. I probably should add those to the Imperial Army eventually. See, they're from 2016. It's not a year I really enjoy Lego-wise, so I don't really have any. I think I've got like minifigures from that year, but sets, not really. In fact, I'm looking around and I can't see a single one. Well, there's the hood for that Luke Skywalker, so that's another one fixed. That's the one from 2000, and it's just him in his Jedi look. Put him back there. Problem solved. Right. We'll pick up 3 more figures from the pile, right? 3 more, then we'll go back to what I was saying I'd do. So here's one, and it's a 2005 pilot. Can we find the helmet for this pilot? And there's a Stormtrooper helmet. Up. And there's a pilot helmet. That's 1 out of the 3. There's the backpack actually for that Sand Trooper, so that helps quite a bit too. I do like those Sand Troopers that run a New Hope. They are some pretty cool minifigures if you ask me. Gonna add this Imperial Officer up on Cloud City since I don't have an Ugnaught sitting there. Ugnaughts we didn't get till 2016. I do, and I've knocked down 2 figures. I do have an official one. He's somewhere within all this. In fact, I'm on the bet I've picked up the figure at least 3 times. Got 2 of these 2010 style Sand Troopers here next time. I'm just doing a little bit of things on the shelf, changing it up. So all the Sand Troopers are standing next to Luke's speeder, kind of like in the movie. So I have quite a few of those. We're not going to fix any of that. That can go in the bag. So the final figure, right, that we are going to fix is this Sand Trooper from 2007. This is like, you have an idea how old this figure is? This is pre-giving them any sort of detail. Sorted. I have plenty, and I mean plenty, of custom figures. I'm doing a whole series around custom minifigures. I'll show you. Check this. Two series. Collecting every Lego Batman 1 minifigure, which only started a few weeks ago, and collecting the complete saga, which has a crap ton of custom minifigures. So I hope that answers your question. But at this point, I'm just going to sift through it, and if it's Clone Wars or Expanded Universe, it's going straight in that bag. If it's OT, it's going, or anything else, it's going straight there. Just try and get the... We are going to be ending the stream soon. There's other things I got to do, unfortunately. You know, as much as I'd like to stream ridiculously all night, which would be fun. That type of content will return here eventually. But please do expect things to slow down for a bit over the next week or two. Just as I settle into my new job role at work, and the new location will require me to do that. And there. Right, that is the very expanded universe. That is Jack 14. Minifigures are all good to go, but I just haven't set up a display for anything like that. I've also got a Old Republic Sith Trooper helmet there. They're all good to go. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So most of this will just go straight right back into that big box. I don't really see too much not doing that. Some of these guys, I'm starting just picking a few of them out of the pile rather than sifting through, just to try and speed up the product. As I said, I'm literally not. This live will be under an hour, probably 45 minutes. I do have a Republic Y-Wing. It's not a New Republic one. Mine is the Clone Wars yellow one. If I see like the occasional figure that can go right back on like this Conjurer, I will do it. Wait, no, that's how you prolong live streams and you say you're going to end them. That is not smart. Right, let's get back to how I'm actually supposed to be doing this. See, it'd be great if I use my brain sometimes. I refuse to use that damn thing.
doing it in smallish piles, but that means I'm a bit more efficient with the sorting. Well, like I say, all the Expanded Universe stuff is it's going to be its own stream, but I'm looking forward to it. I would like to think in a week or so, give or take. Right. One sec, I'll come read your comments in a moment. I'm just still continuing to separate some things. I'm not going to separate all of it, because I'll admit I do not have the drive to do it right now. We are slightly lacking in motivation tonight. But we'll do one more handful of things. But once I get another thing that has to be separated out, which I'm holding right now, I suppose, I will come read your stuff. Then I'm just going to all chuck it back into the single box. I mean, hey, I managed to organize some of it. That's enough for now. Oh, wait, crap. Where did I put EV9D9? I've actually found her other hand, and I've been looking for that for a while. I'd rather just get it a chat. Here we are, prolonging live streams again. So, final figure we're adding now has changed. It's going to be EV9D9 from 03. Happy I found her arm. I was slightly worried there I wouldn't. See what you guys think. In all fairness, if a Y-Wing's about 80 now, that kind of makes sense. So I was a kid, the main Y-Wings I had were the 2009 Clone Wars one and the 2012 Rebellion one, and those were like, what, 40 or 50? And this is in 2009 to 2012 money, so if they're selling for 80 now, that makes sense in my head. But realising a full-size proper X-Wing is what that would be now if they weren't downscaling them. Right. So that's all the stuff I managed to separate out. We won't be touching that for a while, but I'll show you the shelves before we end off. Great, I'll show you the shelves. So I managed to populate Return of the Jedi a bit. We did also have that random astromech up back there. Not really in too much to Empire. This got a massive upgrade, getting the Rebel figures, getting the Sand Troopers done. Got a lot more Shock Troopers hovering around here. Don't think I really added much apart from a couple of clones, and I think I added the Battle Droid to that. But we're getting there. I will see you guys tomorrow, possibly. I don't know. I'm possibly going away tomorrow, so yeah. I don't know. Check the community tab. I will see you guys later on. Thank you very much for watching.